What's going on, YouTube? So we're back after a long hiatus. I know it's been a while since I dropped a new video, but I've been super busy with work. I'm doing about 50-hour work weeks, super busy with my girlfriend. I'm just trying to get our life together right now because we plan to move out soon. Well, this is a special video because June 22nd, last month was 1 year with my car. 1 year with the WRX. And not only that, but we have hit 180,000 miles. I'll roll that clip real quick. 180,000 miles on the old girl. So this video is going to be 1 year and 30,000 miles later. So let's get into it now. So first, let's talk about the car. How has it been owning a WRX for 30,000 miles in 1 year? I personally have to say, it has been amazing. Yes, we have had our ups and downs, like when I wrecked it. I'll roll the footage now. Just got it all loaded up. The damage really don't look too bad. Hood, bumper, headlight. That scratch is already there. Didn't crack the windshield. She really don't look that bad. All the time she broke down, whether it be the top radiator hose blew, whether it be a misfire, whether it be after the accident, she kept jumping time, having to be taken back and re-timed every time it happened. It happened like 3 or 4 times, so it was a lot to deal with. But that was only because of the accident. It had nothing to do with the car itself not being a good car. Now, one thing about this car though is it is a strong running car. It likes to be beat on, but it also likes to be taken care of really well. So you want to make sure you keep up to date with your oil changes. If you change your gear fluid, make sure you do that every 15,000 miles. And make sure that you always want to check your fluids. I like to do it once a week, check my coolant, check my oil, check the tranny fluid, because it doesn't hurt. And this girl has basically, I help her out, the old girl helps me out. And I can't be thankful enough for this car. So let's start this off with the bad though. I'm talking Subaru in general, and it's bad. The first thing we're going to talk about is the most obvious, the 5-speed transmission. It is a ticking time bomb is what it is. I already have 4th and 5th gear going out. I bought the car with 4th gear going out, which I didn't know until after I bought it, because I found out you have to let the car fully warm up and actually like drive it a little bit to get the gear to grind. And then one night I was hanging out with my buddies and I wasn't even pushing the car hard. Because I mean, it's 5th gear, like how am I going to slam it into 5th? I'm not. 5th gear started grinding a little bit. So 4th and 5th gear grind. These transmissions, I think, are total garbage. One thing I dislike about it though a lot is sometimes when you try to go in reverse, which I've shown in previous videos, you can't really get in unless you double clutch. So you push the clutch in and get in, it won't go in. You gotta let the clutch out and put it back in and get into reverse. It's kind of annoying. It doesn't really affect the car that well, but it's just a little thing I get bothered by. Or 5th gear, I've said this as well before. It feels like I'm really trying to reach to get it into gear. Like you'll be in 4th and you kind of gotta reach to get it into 5th. But again, it's not really a big performance issue. It doesn't really bother me. It's nothing wrong with the car. It's just a little personal issue I found. So another thing I want to talk about that's been a little bad I've had is I noticed that it overheats a little bit. Now if I'm sitting in hot weather and I have the AC on, and I'm stuck in traffic or waiting on a stoplight, it will overheat a little bit. I don't know why. It could be a thermostat. It could be what everyone keeps saying is a head gasket, but I just had the car up on lift like a week and a half ago and it has no leaks. But strangely enough, I've been using AC and it's been about 85, 90 degrees and it's been fine. Whenever there's overheating issues, there's about almost 100 degrees, if not 100 degrees. So I think right there lies a bit of the problem. Now let's move on to the next step. Let's start talking about some good things. I don't really have that many bad things. There's two things. One of the amazing things about this car is the handling and its performance on wise. I went on a little mini cruise with my buddies. It was just, two bikes and me and a 350Z. And we went cruising down some curvy back roads. I was hitting these turns going pretty dang fast, I felt like. Not like ridiculous, but trying to see how the car would handle, and it handled perfectly. I had no issues. I had no understeer, no problems with the car wanting to go to one side. Nothing bad at all. These cars with their all-wheel drive system handle really well, because unlike other cars that may have all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive cars and trucks, they actually sit there and they kind of shift the weight around in the all-wheel drive system. It is a superior all-wheel drive system that Subaru has made. Now, this is what I have noticed. I don't sit there and quote me word for word going with exactly what they made. This is just off the knowledge I have going off the top of my head. But the handling on this car has been extremely well over the year. It's still like I first got it. No issues with it. Hitting corners perfect, taking speeds perfect, and just running really, really good. Going further with the handling, let's talk about how amazing this car is in bad weather. So if you guys weren't in the Midwest area, then you don't really probably understand, unless you're further north, the heavy, heavy snow we had this past winter. I mean, it was bad. I got stuck in traffic going home from work early one day for 6 hours. 6 hours I sat in one spot. But once I got past the waiting, it handled perfectly in the snow. I had no problems getting up hills. I had no problems sliding everywhere. It was just like the snow wasn't even there. It was amazing. Highly recommend this car in bad weather. Rain especially, no problems hydroplaning, no problems slipping, no problems braking. All-wheel drive is just a great way to go in bad weather. Now, I guess some of the biggest questions you guys might be asking is, what do I think after 1 year? Would I buy another one? Do I recommend someone who is looking buy one as well? I would say yes. I highly recommend, if you're stuck between getting one or not, that you go get one. As long as you take care of them, they will take care of you. It's a fun car to mod on. It does cost a lot to make it really fast, but if you're not looking for a really fast car, then this is fine. Or if you have the money, you can also build on this car. But it's a fun, enjoyable daily driver or just a weekend driver. It has a little pep in its step. It's ignorant, so it can keep up with some cars. It can beat some cars. And it could be a good show car if you put it on the ground, if you make it a rally car, or if you just make it, a stock weekend or daily driver. It'd be a perfect car. And after 30,000 miles, I have to say, minus the accident and all the problems that occurred after it, I really haven't had too many problems. I've replaced the clutch, but that's a wear and tear issue. Had a few radiator hose busts, but nothing too bad. And then everything else I've added hasn't caused any problems. So I guess what I'm saying is, after 1 year, I probably will give this car out of 10 an 8.5. The reason I don't give it a 10 is the transmission, and their notorious overheating problem I seem to have, and others seem to have as well. But besides that, go out and get one. These are decently cheap, and they hold their value real well if you take care of them. This car here is from California, so it has no rust on it. The only thing wrong with this car at the moment, it has a little bit of a leak in the power steering rack, but that doesn't personally bother me. I can get that fixed later. It's not a major issue. I can still drive and notice nothing wrong in the power steering. So go out and get you one. They're amazing, they're fun. I love the way they sound, I love the way they look. It's just an overall great car. So after 1 year and 30,000 miles later, I give this a big thumbs up, and you guys should go give this video a big thumbs up while you're at it. Comment for more and subscribe, as we are getting closer and closer to our goal We just hit 100 subscribers not that long ago. I'll be making a video on that next. But let's get to 150 subscribers by the end of August. I think we can do it with your guys' love and support. I mean, some of my videos are over 1,000 views, over 2,000 views, so let's just keep building. So for the last part of this video, you guys, give it a big thumbs up, comment down below, and remember to hit subscribe for more content. We're at 180K. I'm sure if I maintain the car and take care of it, we can easily hit way beyond that. So anyway, as always, you guys, peace out.